Women are gonna love when you have a card that sounds like this when you drop it to pay for something.
It is time for a video. Kevin, what are we talking about again?
We're gonna play as finance advisors. We're gonna role play some finance advisors.
Role play some finance advisors.
Yes, guys.
So, Kevin, what exactly are we teaching people about finances?
We're gonna teach people about how to get a credit card, because that is an important step to the future of being successful. Is if you want to live in America, you need credit. You need a credit score. It plays a big factor on the house, the car, the job, even the women you get.
And if so many people know about it, then why is everybody, at least as they say, $93,000 in debt, Kevin? If they know so much about it.
They don't teach you this in school, man. They don't teach you this in school. You have to learn the hard way.
What's the first method? I guess we're gonna go through how many methods, Kevin? 6 methods? What's method 1 to getting your credit up?
I need to establish this first.
It.
This is how to get a card, guys. If this video does really well, then we'll go into how to increase it, what are the best cards to get, and things of that nature. And it's a progression, because this is it's an overtime thing. It's not an overnight. But the first method to getting it, guys, is a secured credit card.
A secured credit card?
Yeah.
What does that look like?
So basically, guys, it's like this. You give me $300. I will give you a credit card with $300, and in return, you have that credit. And if you manage to take care of it for around a year, I'll give you your $300 back, and that's your new credit limit. And you know, that's one of the easiest, most common ways people do it, is a secured credit card. The first one that I see here is the Discover It secured credit card, guys. That's one of the first ones. There's no annual fees, and you get cash back for it. But we'll talk about that in a future video, because cash back's not the primary thing right now.
Okay, so as I know, we got Capital One secured credit card. You get some benefits for it, but typically with a secured credit card, you put your money down. Method number 2 is about authorized users. So that means, if your credit is typically starting from 0, you basically, a lot of people say it's like bad credit. Not necessarily, but in terms of getting a credit line, it can be quite hard. So you want to go for somebody that you trust, typically like your parents. I know it's gonna be kind of hard to ask them that, especially if you're the type that you really don't have any history at all. So they really don't know how you'll act with a credit line.
Yeah, guys, and for that, when it comes to the authorized user, luckily it doesn't have to be family specifically, but you don't even have to use the card, and your score will go up. Like, you will actually get a score you don't have to even use the card. The next one is, and this is how I started with my credit. When my credit was like 0, I got a student credit card.
Yeesh.
Yeah, I didn't know what a student credit card was.
Yeah, me either.
So, story time, guys. I was signing up for a savings account because savings is important. I didn't care at the time. I just wanted one to have one.
Terrible.
And the guy on the phone was like, "Hey, do you go to college?" I'm like, "Yeah." They're like, "Would you like to sign up for a student credit card?" I'm like, "What's that?" "Oh, it's a credit card for students." And then, I'm not gonna lie to you, I kind of lied a lot on that paper. They're like, "How much do you make?" I'm like, "I don't remember." Yeah, and then basically they're like, "Oh, you're approved." And I got approved for like $800. And I was like, "Yeah, I got $800 now." I ain't gonna lie, I maxed it out the first month, but I paid it off in like 2 weeks. Women are gonna love when you have a card that sounds like this when you drop it to pay for something.
That's terrible. Terrible.
It's real steel right there. So this is just to show you guys that, hey, you got to start somewhere. This is to start somewhere. I started like with a student card. Which,
isn't the Cash App card metal?
Yeah, but you have to pay for that. I'm not paying for that. Hey, I want to say that. I want to say that I earned it.
If you want to fast track to that sound, you know what I'm saying? Let's get the Cash App card.
But yeah, I guess like some examples of student credit cards, guys, is like the Capital One Saver student card, the Discover It student Chrome card, and they have a Oh, that's a better one, actually. It's a Quicksilver Student Cash Reward. The best part about this, guys, is there's $0 for annual fees. So certain credit cards, You have to pay money every year to keep it because they have like amazing benefits. But right now, we're not on that conversation. All of these have 0% annual fees, which is a big deal for people who don't have money.
One important detail I'd say for that, though, is you can do that in college, in trade school. One thing that can count for you for income is also you can account for scholarships, grants, and part-time work. So if you're ever at a college and you're doing like part-time work at like maybe the Chick-fil-A that's actually in the college or whatnot, you can write that down as income. Your scholarships and grants can also be written down as income if that helps you. But I would also, if you're a person that's not good with your money, know that you trust yourself to be yourself. One thing I say about other people and yourself is trust yourself to be yourself. So if you know you're not good with money, don't write so much money on there that you can't
pay it back
or sustain it, because when you run it up, you got to pay it back, and the interest rates are quite high right now.
Method number 4, do your thing, J-Rose. Educate the masses.
Method number 4, beginner or starter credit cards. So these are cards that usually typically have lower limits, higher interest, and are overall easier approvals when it comes to starting off your credit. Capital One has been one of the cards that we've been bringing up a lot in this video, but they got the Capital One Platinum. We got another one called the Pedal Card, and then we got the last one called Credit One. It's for these are starter cards. So these are just like secured cards, not in the sense that they're the same where you put the money in, all that, but they're starter cards that are typically for people who want to start off with an unsecured but higher interest card. Don't listen to people when they say don't use it, because if you don't use it at all, you actually lower your credit in some instances. The method number 5, Kevin.
All right, guys, here's method number 5. I've done this before and I've seen it work. A credit builder loan, but in my case, I took out a $3,000 loan. And keep in mind, I just needed to fix something. I didn't know this was a thing at the time, but I guess I got lucky. And you pay that loan off monthly. I pay it advances. If it says $100, give them $150. Get out of it even faster, guys, because the interest will get crazy, but it's a sacrifice to pay for salvation at the end of everything. But essentially, you're getting a loan to tell them, hey, I can pay you guys back. And once you pay this loan off, on the score.
Yeah, so there's different ways to do a loan. There's different types of loans. You've got car loans, you got, the house loans, you got your 401k, you got, there's different loans that do and don't affect your credit. Most of the time, your biggest loans is probably gonna be your house and your car, unless you got a business, and we're gonna have an episode on those too. For a regular individual who doesn't go into entrepreneurship in a way that would allow them to garner a credit card like that, typically with loans, you can get a smaller one, and just kind of pay it up front, pay it early. Like you said, the interest grows. As you get later, there's going to be less interest, but in the beginning, there's going to be a high interest. So if you put like an extra $50, $100 on it, even for your car or like your house, that can make a big difference over a long-term period of time. So if it's a house, five years worth of your salary. And if it's a car, don't do more than half of your yearly salary. So if you're making $40,000, so for a car, if you're making $40,000 a year, don't get more than a $20,000 car.
What I will say is, guys, stay away from things like hard money loans because they're really like predatory, extremely predatory, because they'll give you a loan with less requirements, but then the interest will be crazy.
Let's talk about our last method, Kevin. Method number 6, apply where you bank. This is an underrated method. This one is simple. But basically, if you have, let's say, a bank like Bank of America or let's say Wells Fargo or, Capital One, and you're banking there for years upon years, you've built somewhat of a trust with that company, so they may be more likely to give you a credit card, seeing as they can literally see your deposits, payments, and where you're making your money from. I would say you can apply from anywhere from 3 to 6 months after getting that card, after getting your initial debit card or savings account with that credit union or credit bank. You got things like Navy Federal if you're, in the military or military adjacent. You got things like Wells Fargo applying with active cash. You got Chase. These companies, typically, if you're staying with them, they can understand their perceived risk with you when it comes to applying yourself to that credit union or credit bank. The familiarity lowers the risk for them. So if they understand who you are, they can understand where they need to put their money at with you. Kevin?
Yeah, guys. I mean, that's pretty much it, guys. You just apply where you bank, and then your debit card history will basically tell them, can I trust you, yes or no? Sometimes it really is that simple. Sometimes you have to follow the other methods. But essentially, this gives you, I guess, a general basis of ways to start it, guys. But yeah, guys, just apply where you bank. That's literally the first one you could literally do. Worst case scenario, they just say, no, thank you.
I mean,
that's all.
I mean, you ain't had nothing to begin with, so
yeah, I was like,
nothing to lose.
Oh, final thing, guys, I want you to leave this video with is the first step to becoming a millionaire, your credit's gotta be on point, man. Your credit's gotta be on point.
All right, guys, thanks for watching another TOG video.
Yeah, guys, make sure you replay the video 37 times and you tell your dad about it. You tell your cousin Tracy about it. And make sure you tell your ex-girlfriend about it.
Wait, well, I want to tell my ex-girlfriend.
Hey, man, she ain't got nothing better to do. I'm just being honest.
Of course she doesn't, because TOG is the best thing on the planet.
Yeah, guys.
Well, we'll see you guys next time. See ya, saw ya, sayonara.
I'm doing the hand thing. You can't see it right now, but I'm kind of doing the hand thing.